Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. As you know, I am Rachel, and today we're going to be doing pupusas. We have a loyal subscriber, the R House, and they suggested for us to be making pupusas. I'm gonna make a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video. I am half Salvadorian, but I was born in New York, and I do not know how to make pupusas. This is my version, our attempt to do them. So please, no hard judgments, comments, or critics, because this is just for fun, us trying to bring a little of our heritage to our channel. So on that little disclaimer, we're gonna start in our ingredients. For the curtido, curtido is like a Spanish version of the coleslaw. In a normal coleslaw, it's sugary, it's sweet. In our version, since it's vinegar based, it is not sweet, it's tart because of the vinegar. So for the curtido alone, which would be the coleslaw, we're going to need vinegar, white distilled vinegar, oregano, salt, 2 cabbages, carrot, and an onion to go into the cabbage. Now for the chicharrón, which would be the pork, masita de puerco, and we have it right here. We are going to need adobo, cubito de achote, garlic powder, garlic salt, and onion powder to season the meat that we're going to be cooking. For the vegetables that go into the chicharrón mix, you're going to need onion, again, green pepper, bell pepper, tomatoes, and cilantro. That's going to go in the meat to cook, and so on and so on. And then we have tomatoes and onions as well to make the sauce that you need to eat the pupusas. I don't like sauce, but my husband and my kids do, so that's why I make it on the side. And for the masa, all you need is maseca and a little bit of salt. So stay tuned for the video and let's get it started. Alright guys, so right now we're going to be doing multitasking everything. We're going to be doing 2-3 things at a time. I'm sorry for all the confusion. Right now, my husband Alberto, say hi Alberto to the MSquad. He's making these nice sharp because he's going to be making the coleslaw. I know they sell it pre-cut, but if you want it authentic, you got to get a cabbage. And he will be slicing the cabbage and putting it in this bowl. So
Toca pues.
No, I'm gonna touch it. It's sharp.
There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right.
Okay, guys. Now that we have Alberto chopping up, I'm gonna speak a little louder because he's cutting the coleslaw. I'm gonna go into the next step, which will be seasoning the meat. I have 2 pounds of pork meat. I don't know if you can see that. 2 pounds of pork meat with a little vinegar in there. And I'm going to put 1 envelope of achote, will be the color. I'm going to put a little bit of adobo. You don't want to salt it too much because the cheese is salty and garlic powder is salty, so you don't want to put a lot of it. So right now we just put adobo, we put some onion powder. We're going to put some garlic powder. I like to put a lot of garlic in this because it's pork, so you know, a little garlic is good. And then I'm going to go to my refrigerator and get out my minced garlic, if I can find it. Alright guys, I found my minced garlic, and we are going to put some minced garlic as well, and some of the oil. At to speak a little louder because Alberto is chopping the cabbage. So I'm not trying to yell, I'm just speaking a little louder. And as I see that the pork is still like white, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of cachote. And the pork looks white because Jenny cleans it with vinegar and salt to take all the nasty pork smell away. So that's why it looks white, because the vinegar does cook everything. Alright. Okay guys, so while I'm seasoning this and everything, I have my stove on medium heat to go and cook this. This would taste so much better if you actually season the meat from one day to the next, but I couldn't do that because I was at work, so I'm seasoning it as I'm going. Alright guys, come to the kitchen with me. Oh guys, and I haven't said that Charlotte is chilling with us in the kitchen today. Look at her princess.
Harvey's done if you saw her before we said anything.
Yeah, she's over there standing like a princess waiting for the pupusas to be ready. Lazy Charlotte. So we have our heat on medium. This is pork meat, and pork meat does have a little bit of fat in it. So I was taught this way. I don't put any oil on it because, like I said, it's pork meat and the pork meat does drop its own oil. So we're going to take the mixture and we're going to put it in there. Okay. And this is a process that does take like maybe 40-45 minutes, guys. We're going to put our pork. We're going to leave it. We're going to put it a little bit higher. We're going to get the lid and we're going to cover it, and you are to leave it alone. Don't look at it, don't touch it for at least good 30-35 minutes because the pork has to cook in its own juice. Once the pork gets soft, that it's falling apart, we're going to proceed to fry it. And right here, I do have hot water boiling to, after the cabbage is done and the onion and the carrots are sliced, you pass it through hot water. Literally like maybe 2 to 3 minutes just for the cabbage to get a little soft. And then you put cold water in it to stop the cooking. So that's why I have the water boiling. So we're gonna go to that step. All right guys, so Alberto has chopped up the cabbage for the coleslaw. And this is what it should look like. It looks like a lot, but it's really not, because when you put the hot water, it's gonna cook down, so it's gonna shrink down a little bit. So right now we're gonna get the onion. And we have to cut the onions in thin slithers so the hot water cooks it. And it'll be finished cooking in the vinegar. So basically it's just to peel it. Onion is optional. You can put as much as little bit as you want. I usually just do a half and you slice it thin. Okay guys, and now we just, like I said, we're gonna spread the onion in there. I don't really like that much onion. Jenny and Alberto do. So I just put half of one. And I need to go send one of my MSquad members to my plants outside because I have jalapenos. Jalapeno is another thing that is optional. You can put it if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Alright guys, and right now I'm just shredding the carrot I need. This doesn't need a lot of it. It's just basically for a little bit of color. It's not headache. You need to put it in, but that's how I do it back in the motherland. So that's how I'm doing it. The carrot is sliced, and like I said, you don't need a lot of it, just a little bit will do, and it's mostly for color. Alright guys, and this is what it should look like. Now this is the part where I told you that it's optional. We're gonna put 1 jalapeno in it. Let me go wash them. Okay, Jenny's saying 2. We're gonna put 2 jalapenos, but these are from my garden, so let me go wash them. Guys, look how big and pretty these jalapenos are. They're from my garden. This one's a big one. So, for this, you just want the kick. You don't want the spice in itself. So, for the kick only, we're going to take the seeds out. And we're just going to do this part. And we do the same thing. We just proceed to slice it thin because we do need it to cook with the vinegar and the hot water. And if you do them too thick, it won't. And this is something that would be better if you do it one day prior. But because I worked, I didn't have time to do all that. So we're doing it as we go. Which is not, it doesn't matter. Alright guys, and that is the final product. Guys, so like I said, a little while has passed, and we're here to check on the chicharron. And this is what the chicharron should look like. It tastes good. Okay, this is not even close to being cooked. This has to be falling apart, and then we have to fry it. So we're just gonna let it be. Let it chill there. Okay. Alright guys, so while the chicharron is prepping, like I explained before, we have to let that get soft and then fried. We're going to be chopping the other ingredients that we need. We're going to be chopping a green bell pepper, okay? Okay, and this could be roughly chopped, it doesn't matter, because when the chicharron is fried and it's gonna start to fry, we're gonna cook this in it, and it's all gonna get blended with the blender. So just roughly chop it. It doesn't have to be neat. It could be small chunks, so when it's blending, it will be easier and to cook and easier to we won't see those big harsh pieces of green pepper. That's fine. Okay, and we do the onion as well, the same way.
My phone.
This is the same way, guys. Just roughly sharp it because it is all gonna get fried in there. Okay, guys? Then we'll do the same thing to tomatoes. The tomatoes were washed before. And it's the same step. Roughly chop it and be careful. I already cut my hand with this knife just getting it. This knife is very sharp. Alright guys, and that's what it should look like. And we're just gonna put this to the side. So basically we're gonna be prepping a lot because at the end, that's when we're gonna be doing the pupusas. So this is that. We're gonna be prepping as well to make some sauce to go along with it. And we have to prep the maseca. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be making the sauce. I'm just gonna be chopping up tomatoes. You could cut them as small or as big as you want. They're gonna get blended anyway.
Go and come harder. I can see you and I way beyond the stars, girl.
Okay, so now that I'm done chopping it, I put them all in the blender. Now I'm gonna be chopping a little bit of onion. Like that. Now I'm gonna be using a chicken, what's it called?
Chicken bouillon.
Chicken bouillon.
Hi guys, I'm behind the camera now. You see my hand?
And I'm gonna be using,
Sazon Goya.
yeah, I don't know. I
It's
call
for
it
the
the
color.
orange thing.
We all call it the orange thing.
I won't be using two of those so it could be red. Like really, really red. Okay, now I'm just gonna put the top on and we're gonna go blend it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna be blending it. Okay, so I have the cabbage right here with all the things we put on it.
Ooh.
Now the water that we had boiling, I'm gonna be putting it in here. Let me turn it off. Be careful because it's very hot. Okay, now we're gonna get our tongs and we're gonna be mixing it.
And you gotta mix it good, guys. It's me again behind the camera. You gotta mix it good, and you're only gonna mix it for like maybe 2 seconds. Mix it well. And then you're gonna put it in the strainer, and you're gonna run cold water on it so it will stop the cooking. Alright guys, and that's what it should look like.
Okay, now that it's all cooked, we're gonna take it to the strainer. Gonna be putting this to the side. And just dump it into that.
That's what it should look like, guys.
Okay, so now that we put it in the strainer, we're gonna be putting cold water on it.
We have to stop the cooking.
Woo! It's getting a little wet, guys. Make sure you get it at the bottom also, because that's where it's mostly hot from.
Yeah, so right now we're doing 2 steps in one. We're cooling it off and we're stopping the cooking. Because vinegar will cook it some more.
Okay, we just do this till it cools off. Okay, so now that you stop the cooking and it's cold, you just go like this.
Without spilling it, guys.
Yeah, try not to. Just try to take as much water as you can out.
And you put it back in the
And we
bowl.
put it back in the bowl. Just like that. Don't do that. Okay, just like that.
And look how good that looks, guys.
And it's not even done.
It's not even done, so imagine when it's all done. Okay, let's get to that part of the video.
Okay, guys, so I'm over here trying to do the coleslaw, right? And Charlotte is gone wild. She learned karate.
Instead of being over here helping us, she's over there with her shenanigans.
Okay, back to the coleslaw. Okay, I'm gonna be putting water, hot water.
Good evening, Congressman. We've seen the various negative ads about how you favor open borders. Can you please tell us what your...
So then I'm gonna be putting vinegar.
I'm not in favor of open borders.
I do not know exactly how much, but you put as much as you think. We're gonna be using salt.
We ran out of salt, guys.
But we have backup
Yes.
in these little shakers.
Go to the Redskins. They brought us salt.
Just like that. Then I'm gonna be putting pepper.
That's Jennifer's invention because ain't nobody put pepper in the curtido, but she does.
I put pepper in it. Then we're gonna put some garlic salt. That's why you don't put too much salt because you're gonna be using garlic salt. Okay, then we're gonna be using this. What's this called?
Oregano.
Okay, you put some on your hand. And it does, you do put a lot of this in it. So now you're just gonna go like this with your hand. It gets a little messy. Putting a little bit more. You have to put enough so you can see it. Okay, we're gonna be doing. Okay, so now after I finish putting this in it, I'm gonna just be mixing it. Because that's pretty much how you make it. That's it. Gonna be stirring it well.
Okay, guys. So this is what it should look like. It's soft. It's breaking apart. Look, like literally, I'm putting my thing in it and it's already breaking apart. So this pork was a healthy pork. It didn't give me a lot of oil. So what I'm gonna do, because I need to fry it now, I'll be adding a little bit of oil. Alright guys, so now we put oil. Now this is the crucial part. This is where you cannot move. I'm going to put it on high. At least this is what I do. I put it on high. And all these drips from the can, don't throw them away guys. That's sabor. Flavor. So this is where I put it on high. And I babysit it. Because I need these chicharrón o masita de puerco to get some color on it. So we're just gonna leave it there and let it fry.
Okay, so now that the pork is frying, I'm gonna put the sauce to cook. You don't really put it to cook, it's more to heat. So we're gonna be putting it in the top. Just like that.
And that's what it looks like guys.
I'm gonna mix it. Mix it because if not, it will burn. Just like that. Always cook with this inside. So now we're just gonna be mixing. At this time, you could taste it and add anything. I am gonna be putting garlic salt. Just a little bit. Just like that. And now we're just gonna let it heat up. Don't forget to keep stirring. You don't want it to stick. And I just have it on medium. When it starts boiling, just turn it off. Okay, boiling, so what does that mean? It's done. Now we're gonna be turning it off. Now we'll put it to the side.
Okay guys, as you see, Jenny close. The chicharrón is crispy, cooked through, falling apart. This is where I'm going to add my tomatoes, onion, and green peppers. And this is gonna cook, and it's gonna make the chicharrones soft again, because the tomato is gonna release juice. And it will be one for flavor, and it will be easier to blend it. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cook. Alright guys, to speed up the process, I didn't show this step. This is quesillo. It would be considered the Salvadorian mozzarella, but it's called quesillo, and it's actually there to, it's actually queso for pupusas. This has a little bit more flavor than mozzarella does. So once you grate it, this is what it should look like. And because it's a little grainy, all you have to do is with your hands, just like squeeze it together, and you will see that it will turn out to look like this. So just squeeze it. And also remember that we're going to be mixing it in with the chicharrón, so it will be all soft. Okay? So on that note, we're going to go check on our chicharrón. Okay guys. After everything is set and done, this is how your chicharrón should look. You see the little chunks of green pepper, the chunks of tomato, the onion. Your chicharrón is falling apart. You see, all I gotta do is just touch it, and it does taste good. So now we're gonna proceed to this next step. Okay guys, a little disclaimer. It's not a good idea to do it in a blender, okay? If you have like one of those regular blenders like Black & Decker, Oyster, like these cheap brands of blenders, don't do it, because you will blow out your motor, because this needs to be very chopped up. Now if you have a food processor, it's a good idea. I have the Ninja. The Ninja is a blender processor. It does all in one, and it's really strong, so it does it does what I needed to do for the chicharrón. So this is what we're gonna do right now. So you're just gonna get some of it, and you're gonna put it in your blender. You don't want to put a lot, because you do not want to overcrowd the blender. So this is good. I do recommend, because it's not a legit processor, you will need a spatula, and then you will need to come in and squeeze it down to the end. Okay, like put it down all the way down, so it could be in there, and it smells amazing. I don't know how to work my blender. Okay guys, and we're gonna continue doing this step until we do it all. Okay guys, so like I said, I finished with the process of chopping liquefying all the chicharrón, and this is what it should look like. So we're gonna proceed to take it out the blender. And this is the consistency you want it to be. Okay, so we're just gonna take it out. After we take it out, we're gonna mix chicharrón and we're gonna mix the queso together. Okay, stay tuned. All right, guys. You're gonna be like, why does that thing have so much cheese? Because my family likes some cheesy. So I put a lot of cheese. They barely have chicharrón now. And you just mix it. My husband Alberto likes his pupusas cheesy. I put like 3 pounds of cheese, or 4 when I've made them before, and he's like, why doesn't this have cheese? Like, it does. So, this is what we're doing now. Just mixing it together.
That looks like it doesn't have.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it doesn't have cheese, but they do. Alright, guys. And this is what it should look like. Okay, now we're gonna do the maseca part. Okay, guys, now that everything is done, the curtido's done, the salsa's done, the chicharrón and the queso is done, we're gonna proceed to do the maseca. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some, and this is how much pupusa you wanna do. So we'll add this bag, which is like, I had a little more than half. And to that, we're gonna add salt. We're gonna add salt. You wanna salt your maseca a little bit so you can see that the maseca has taste. And now we're gonna add the water. And then this step would be the same like if you're gonna make tortillas to your desired consistency.
You got me feeling hella loved, even when it's going down. Know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart. Yeah, I won't stop charging, we going come harder. I can see you and I.
Okay, guys, so everything is done. This is what the masecas should look like. This is what the chicharrón should look like. And I want to show you guys. I got this apron. My mother-in-law brought it to me from the motherlands. She brought it for me from El Salvador. So I guess this is what the women wear over there. I've never worn it until this because I think it's funny looking. But you do probably need one of these because it has some oil and the pork is splashing. And you're going to get it on your shirt because you're going to be like all up in it. So you do need something to protect your clothes. So this is my pretty little apron. And let's get into the pupusas. Alright guys, so there's many ways to do pupusas. This is how I was taught. Jenny does it her way, I do it my way. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I am not an expert pupusa. I can make tortillas, and these are how my tortillas look, but this is little. I can make them bigger. So then basically my friend told me, grab some of the meat. Grab some of the meat. And smush it in your hands. Then put them in the tortilla. Then you grab ends. You turn it in, you grab end, you turn it in, you grab end, you turn it in, you grab end, you turn it in, and repeat and repeat and repeat. Then you make it into the little ball, and this is your ball with the stuffing inside. So this is what they should look like. And we're making some in advance, so I could be like speed up the process. So when I'm actually putting them on the griddle to cook, I'll keep making them.
I'm gonna show you guys how I make it. Sure, there. No. Okay, so I just get some, a little water. Then I start doing like if I'm doing a tortilla.
Junior, don't eat masa.
He's eating it.
No, don't let him eat it.
No,
Because I'm gonna eat.
And then I go like this. Then I get some, put it in the middle, do a little bit more.
Here, that's it. No more.
Then I go like this and do a little like ball at the top. So you take off the extra one. Then you turn and you go.
Guys, sorry about Junior
And that's how
playing
you
with
make
the
it.
masa.
Junior's plate. Okay, guys, since I lost the little plate thing that goes under, we're gonna use a plate to catch any oil that comes out of the griddle. So make sure that the griddle pan is hot enough. We're just gonna take some oil and we're gonna put it on the griddle. I have never made pupusas on this griddle, so honestly, I do not know how they're gonna come out. I had to work today, and I have a griddle that goes on top of your barbecue, on your grill outside, and it's a flat top, and you put it on top of the griddle with the fire, and it's like a real good pan to make pupusas. But since it's late and we can't see, we're gonna work with what we got. Okay, guys. So I put in the disclosure again. I do not know how to make pupusas. I like pupusas, so I try. So we're gonna get some oil. I'm gonna put them on the pupusa itself, and then we're gonna do this. And if they're breaking on you, as yours, I don't know how you say it in English. This video is gonna be Spanglish, guys. And as you're palmeándola, you go and fix it.
And also, guys, it's not like you're making Play-Doh. Trust me, it's not. I tried doing it like I was playing with Play-Doh, but it didn't work. So it's not like that at all.
Okay, guys. And you don't have to do it hard. You could go slowly, so they won't rip on you. And like I said, I am not the best pupusa maker. I don't know how to make them. I'm trying, and I think it's flat enough. So now you put it on your griddle like this, and you repeat the process. You get a little bit of water, you put it on your hands, get a little oil, and you start. Okay, and when the tortilla, or not the tortilla, the pupusa starts whipping on you like this, and this is when you switch to just this. You're turning it, and you're turning it, and as you're turning it, you're squishing it.
Make sure you have a lot of oil on your hands,
Because
otherwise it will stick.
it will stick. Okay. And then when you put them down, you could actually make them a little bigger.
It's okay if it's coming out a little bit because that's like the best part.
The crispy burnt cheese would be the best part.
Especially when it's brown.
And then we're just gonna repeat the steps.
And we're just gonna repeat the steps, and we'll get back to you when we're done with them.
It's alright. I'm just going with the gut. Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now.
Okay, no more.
I know. For those that don't know,
Okay, guys, this is how my first 3 pupusas are looking. I said pupusas. It's pupusas. Like I said, I'm not the best maker, but this is what they're looking so far. And really, it's not the way they look, it's the way they taste. And everybody said my pupusas taste good. So this is what they look like.
Okay, guys, so there's 3 that we think are done. And we're putting them on here.
No, they're done.
Oh, they're done.
Okay, guys, and these are the first 3 pupusas.
Yeah. And these 2 over here are the small ones that I made. And Mom was like, "What? Did you just put filling in them out there?" Like,
She made them
Yeah.
and then I finished.
yeah, because I don't know how to like flatten them out. I only know
Alright,
like,
show our
put it into a
pupusas.
box. So there's our 3 big pupusas.
Why are you making a shake?
So it makes it more cool.
Twitter, really? Did you see the big troll?
Okay, guys, that's how my pupusas look. We're gonna end the video. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, give this video 2 thumbs up, 3, 4, 5 thumbs up. And in this video, we want to take a moment to say thank you to all our subscribers. We're at 402.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate it.
400.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you. Don't judge my pupusas, please. I tried. I was born in New York. I like to eat them. I don't know how to make them, but we tried, and at least we tried, and that's the most important thing. Thank you to our house for the suggestion. I hope you guys give this video 2 thumbs up, and I'll eat one for you. Okay? Bye. I'm Rachel.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Abby.
Bye. Okay, guys, we're done making the pupusas, and this is gonna be my husband and the taste tester. Okay, go Alberto.
Yeah.
They're good?
They're good.
And this is what they look like. You can still see that piping smoke, that they're hot. What do you give them, baby? I'm not a pupusera. From 1 to 10, what do you rate them?
10 plus 5.
15?
Minus 7 plus 2.
A 10.
Okay, guys, at the end of the video, comment that answer. What do you think you rated them? Listen closely and add it up and tell me, because that was too many numbers for me. All right, guys, bye.